Hello everyone, my name is Akai Fox and this is another art video. Today's video is very different as this is a request I had received from someone in the community, and it challenged me in very new and unique ways. They had asked that I draw coins. They had each coin wanting to represent a figure, a god or goddess, and they wanted it to be a deōrum, I think is how you say it. It's a coin that you can actually break off into individual pieces. So it's, instead of being round, it's shaped like a clover. So each of these beings had a name and had a specific to it. So the first one we see drawing here is a sketch of Aqua. Aqua is the goddess of water, is usually depicted by being a beautiful woman with flowing blue water and octopus tentacles below. The next one that we're drawing here is Ignis. This is the god of fire, usually depicted as a human with really dark skin and flaming hair. The next one here was a little different. I don't think I've ever drawn anything quite like this, where it's air, A-E-R. It's the god/s of air, more of a they, them, including trees and other plants that push their way into the air from underground. Is usually depicted with elven features and rainbow hair, sometimes with large feathery wings. Even in the stories about M, A seems to have sometimes forgotten that A was supposed to have them. I don't know all of the reference where all of this is coming from, but this was the descriptions and very detailed request that I had received, so I did my best to make that as gender neutral as possible. And this last one was also something that challenged me in unique ways, because I had realized, one, I don't think I've ever drawn a beard, and two, I certainly have never drawn a beard on a lady. So this is Terra, the goddess of earth, more in the lines of like mineral wealth, not necessarily growing things, and is someone usually depicted as a dwarf woman with a flowing beard tucked into a smith's apron with some sort of stone or metalworking tool or some sort of complicated gear device. So, that being said, I did a couple different sessions to make this all happen. So this first session is about where we're currently at here in our video, and I sent this off saying, hey, is this kind of what you're looking for? Luckily I did get the green light, and so then we proceeded to start making more of the actual line work and the details. So I did use several different references to try to make this as organic and as natural as looking as possible. So this one, of course, is Aqua, and humans have never, ever been something that I'm really great at. It is still a skill set I am developing, and yes, while the sketch did have some very basic features, I decided with these being more ethereal or godlike beings that what would it look like if I just didn't draw the face? I started with the eyebrows for a second, and I said, you know, no, I think I'm gonna try and just keep them faceless. You know, there's something kind of ethereal about not having facial features, and I feel like quite often, you know, in mythos and in several different things, they don't actually have features or definitions, or at least that was my interpretation of it. So that's what I decided to do, and being that Ignis here is the only male figure, I felt it only fitting to be as masculine and muscled, and so he's completely bare in this sense. which again, humans and anatomy are something I'm still working and developing on. But overall, I do feel pretty proud of how it ended up turning out with the line work. And so then we move into air, which again is one I really tried to keep as fluid and as non-male, non-female as possible. I went with a very like square body shape. And as I was sketching this, I really did feel like it was important that if it's meant to be an elf, it should have as big and as defined ears as possible, especially with such long flowing hair. And then of course those wings. The feedback I also received when giving the green light was that the arms for our dwarf here, Tara, should be much, much larger. And so I did make sure to emphasize that as much as I possibly could while still making sure. So this is just cleaning up a few of the specific line work. I know that as I sent back the request one more time to say, is this what you are looking for? Am I in the right space? They said yes. However, a few of them are in the wrong order. A few of them you'll actually find in the final edit. They wanted to make sure that all of them are rotated into the center, which I have realized in making this video I did not actually include, but that's okay. And then I wanted to make them as coin-like as possible, which I felt was a little bit of a disservice with air having rainbow hair, but at the same time, it's not as common to have coins with colors and things baked in, because at the end of the day, that's not what it's all about. So here I am just cleaning up a lot of the things. I also got the feedback that the details in the example coins I was given should actually be on the back side and not in any way, shape included in the front side, that it would be just a plain image. So there were definitely a few things post-editing and final work production that you'll see different when we get to the very end. But at the same time, we want to make sure that, you know, we're staying as true and as in tuned with the original request as possible. And at the end of the day, this isn't me just making art because I wanted to. This is me making art because someone else had a specific request for me and something they wanted to bring to life, which challenges me in so many very unique and interesting ways. And I'm so grateful for the opportunities that this space, that content creation and having a community has challenged me to do. I don't think I'd ever have drawn a bearded lady otherwise. So here I am just going in and cleaning up a lot of the texturization, and it ended up just being a whole bunch of fun with grayscale and gradients, and it was something that was, again, unique and not something I'd ever done, of making a actual coin. So we just have fun with the rest of this process. I believe I did a lot of this while I was in a call with someone else, so there may be times I'm a little distracted and do things a couple times, but I just wanted to make sure I was staying true to highlighting a few things. And then as I get into the rest of the video here, I really found that it was so much fun to then also change the line art color, so you'll see that there. But thank you again so much for watching. I truly appreciate each and every one of you helping to support the channel. Of course, if you liked this video, please leave a like, and if you'd like to see more of this content, please feel free to support the channel. Thank you.